talking about myself, um, what would you like to know? Um, I was born and brought up in Iran in a very traditional Indian setting because my parents were the first generation migrants to, no, I shouldn't say first generation, my grandfather emigrated to Iran. But home values were strict Jain traditional value system, and we in fact grew up vegetarians in Iran. And then I moved away from Iran for further studies and went to Canada and got influenced by the Western culture, led quite a independent lifestyle away from home. So quite a contrast between sheltered upbringing in Iran and then having to fend for myself in Canada. And then I met my husband and got married, went to London, went to US, and now I'm in Zurich. So this is me with everything that's packaged under all those years. I think growing up, I had a lot of sort of questions and answers for myself. I enjoyed music and dance very much because my father's family was very musical. But at the same time, on my mother's side, they were quite strict and education was very important. So they forced me, I shouldn't say that they forced me, but I was persuaded quite strongly to study science, which was just not my cup of tea. I barely passed my maths, I think, and I married a mathematician. I think looking back, when I say I would have wanted to be in fine arts because I enjoyed dancing and I did a lot of that in my young age in school and all that. And I enjoyed arts when I was in Canada too, and moved to English literature. If I had to live it again, I would have wanted to study fine arts. That would have been ideal. Talking about inspiration, inspiration is such a fluid term. I can't say that there's only one specific thing that I'm inspired by. Music inspires me a lot. I always have music while I'm working. But I'm fascinated by the female form. The female body is really complex, and for me it conveys a lot when you look at a female body. I like male torsos when I'm sculpting, but for sculpture I do female bodies a lot more. I feel my art has two languages. One is sculpture and one is painting. I love color, and in my paintings you will see plenty of that. I love sculpting too, so I cannot say that I'm a I only do sculpture, I only do painting. But as far as inspiration is concerned, I listen to music when I'm working. I relate to my artist friends very much. It's very important for me to have other artists in my life because we do inspire each other. And art is not just specific to one medium. A beautiful photograph of a nude is equally inspirational as looking at a Henry Moore, a reclining Henry Moore nude. Similarly, I enjoy other paintings and sculptures. So that's it. I think quite often I'm asked, what is my creative process? Again, I would say there is no one thing that formulates. There is no specific definition for me for creative process. For me, I think it's more like I see, I reflect, and then I make. But there are a lot of stages into seeing something, Do I see it with my mind's eye? Do I see it from my past experiences? You see a bluebird, it triggers a memory. You create something which may not work. It may provoke a thought. It may provoke a specific thought from past memories. Then you give it a try. You paint it on a canvas. You sketch it in ink. You make it in clay. It may work. It may not. Creative process is constantly evolving, and I think for me, it's very sort of fluid. It's not static, but I have to do it. And part of my creative process, I would say, is coming to my studio and changing my clothes and sitting at my desk, at my table, and handling clay, getting my hands dirty. That's my process. What has life taught me? I suppose to be true to myself. That's the conclusion I've come to. And there's no way out of working hard. You just have to do it to get there and be at it and give it your best shot. It's like in Hindi we say, manj ke uski chamak nikalti hai. Means you really have to burnish something to get that shine. Therefore, I feel I'm doing a good job, and I feel happy, and I want to be true to myself. So whatever I'm creating, I'm happy with it. That's my lesson. What comes next? I think I'm going to continue with my work of using, again, it's very fluid. I don't know if I'll stick to this or not. I like the idea of working on memories. It's almost like a self-healing process. Perhaps using the idea of memories and containment and sculpt it out. What form, I don't know. But that's it. That is something I'm working on, I'm thinking about right now. The idea of memories and containment and containers. How it'll shape out, I don't know.